Hey everybody, Tommy here, and welcome back to my random Minecraft playthrough building whatever. Last time we made the nether. This is our little mock nether for our kind of faux museum type thing. Love how it turned out. But now let's head on out and move on to the next thing, which will be... We gotta go the long way. Gotta go out through doors, out through everything else. Let's see the birds. Nice little aviary. Need to put a door inside that nether on the other side. But get to go through everything else. So here's the gallery once again. And we're doing an outside build today. This one is going to be... I was scoping out the land, trying to figure out a good place. And I think if we cross over the bridge you made... Again, we're flying. We don't need bridges, but we have it just in case. And we head over to this plot of land over here. We are going to turn this area into a hedge maze. And I've always liked hedge mazes. You can see them in, like, I guess more so older movies, like a Victorian era, where like mansions had these hedge mazes outside, or in The Shining, outside the hotel had the hedge maze. I always liked the idea of, like, instead of like a maze on paper and pencil, or with paper and pencil, you just kind of immerse yourself into it. So we're going to make a hedge maze in this area over here. So there's going to be a lot of time lapse with this and cutaways just because you're making a maze, so it's kind of like placing blocks. So, but I'll explain as I go along. However, there was a bit of pre-prep work that I did for this. So I'm going to flash that up now. Here is the plan for the hedge maze. If you're doing one of these, graph paper is great because it's all in blocks, which translates well to Minecraft. It's just kind of plot out the maze, how you want it to look. The X's are where the hedges are going to be. And yeah, we're just going to translate this into Minecraft. So the first thing we need to do is level out the ground. And I have this maze to be 35 by 35. And I think that should fit nicely in here. I just have to, again, just have to level out the ground somewhat. But if you look right there, there's our bridge. So we cross our bridge, and it'll take us right to a hedge maze. So we are going to fall down here, see what's going on. What level do we want to work at? Alright, so if we kind of take out this area here, then this should be a good start. So I'm not gonna do this all right now. I just want to see what we're working with size wise. Actually, let's see that 35. So if we put a block right about, well, let's go this way. Start from this way so we can see how far we are going to be working out from. And it's going to be 35 by 35 square, but there's going to be a border around it, which is one extra on each side, so it'll be 37 by 37. So let's just check and see where we're at with this. If we put a block right about here. So if that's, let's see where we're at. 1188. So 1188 is our starting point. No, we're gonna go 1190. Easier math that way. Not the best at math, so let's make it easy. So if 1190 plus 35 is going to give us 1225. So when you go out this way, how far up is 1225? Excuse me, Mr. Pig? Or Miss Pig? I guess Miss Pig might be too close to Miss Piggy. Okay, so if you jump back up here then, take a look down. From that block to that block is how big the inside of the maze is going to be. And it doesn't seem like much, but once you actually put this in place, it'll surprise you how big it actually is. And so we just have to level out the ground between those two blocks. So this part will be a quick little jump cut, and you'll come back and it'll be all leveled out and pretty. And then from there, we will move on to the next step. So on your mark, get set, let's level. Okie dokie, and we're back. It took me longer than I thought it would, but we have a nice open space now, and I have it mapped out where the edges, or how big the space is going to be. I am going to move some stuff around though. I want it to be moved up towards the water a little bit more, so it's not too close over here. Maybe over to the left a little bit too. So maybe we'll go up. Let's see. How would 2 spaces up? Yeah, I think I made it 2 spaces up. We'll do this one first. So if we go 1 yenda, 2 yenda. Let's go 3. We'll go 3. Or maybe 2. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just go 2 for now and then see where it looks from there. See how it looks from there. So it's 1, 2. So let's float up again. Check out the space. Oh, I forgot to get rid of that block. Alright, there we go. And now if we look at it from up top. Yeah, I think it looks a little better. Not I mean, I can always dig out more over here too, but it looks a little more open that way. I'm going to take it to the left maybe like 3 blocks. Yeah, we'll go 3 blocks. 2 up and 3 over. 1, 2, 3. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. Zoom up again. Yeah. I think that's a good space. It's like nice and centered in that area that I cleared out. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so I have made a hedge maze before. Only once. But I do like a certain aesthetic for it. So this one, the ground is actually grass, so that worked out well. But I think the walls look really nice when they're just plain diorite. It just kind of has a nice look to it. Ran into some water, so that's why there's a sponge there. But if you use the plain diorite for like the border around the maze itself, it just adds a nice look to it. And it's going to be like a lot of oh, for the hedges, they're just going to be leaves. When you stack leaves, they look like that kind of stuff for the hedge maze, and that's what we're going to use for that. And the white, or the white and gray of the diorite looks nice around it. Oh, look at the little lamb. Hey, little lammy. Okay. So it's going to go around the outside of these guys. And again, I'm using a piece of graph paper that I drew out the maze on for a point of reference, so I know where I need to put the start and end areas, which won't be blocked off. But for now, we're going to block it off, because I don't remember how far into it was. I think it was 5 spaces in from each corner. Oh no! So close. There we go. So now let's do this like that, and then we can come up. So yeah, see, it's not going to be like huge. The other one I made before this one was bigger, but this one's just a nice little square. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. Close up our square, and then we'll start to work on the interior. Now, if you're doing this where it's not creative mode, it takes a lot of leaf getting, but also because it's just leaves and dirt, if a creeper gets in there and blows it up, you have to rebuild a large chunk of your maze. So in creative, it's nice because they won't attack you, and it's nice because you have an unlimited amount of leaves. But it is doable, not in creative mode. So here is our square now. Looking pretty nice and simple. Let me quick find... Yeah, so 5th one open from the corner is going to be the exit. So we're going to put the exit right over here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because this is the border, so my page is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, like that. And then same thing over here from this corner. We're going to go in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open that one up. And then we can take out these blocks, clean out this grass. Just make sure everything's looking good. And although, we'll get to that. Jump the gun and say some stuff about what we're going to do later, but we'll get to it when we get to it. So yes, now if you look at this nice open area, we've got our start. We've got our finish, we've got a lamb, and we've got our border. the border is going to be high. It's going to be probably like 4 blocks high. Whereas the maze itself is probably going to be 3. The point of the maze is to like not be able to see where you're at. And if you do it 1, you can easily just jump over everything. If you do it 2, you can see where you're going by jumping. So if you do it 3, it's a nice height. Here we go, leaves. So it's got I mean, really any leaves will work for this, but I kind of like the look of the oak leaves, how it's... Which ones are these guys? The jungle leaves? Oh, that's true. There's also the new flowered azalea leaves. That was part of the new update too. Those are pretty too. Yeah, those are pretty. I think we're just gonna go with the plain old trusty oak leaves. And then if we jump back into the maze, here's where there's gonna be a lot of like time lapse and other stuff. Jump cuts. There we go. That's the word. Because it takes a while to like plot this out. I have the graph paper, but I have to translate that graph paper into 3D space. So I mean, even the graph took a couple hours, I think. Because you have to like map out every path and make sure it's not too easy, but make sure it's not too hard. So we're just gonna quick show you what it's like in this corner here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And again, I showed this earlier. I'm just going off of the graph. I thought this through, and I think it looks good. So this is the pattern that I'm going with for my maze. And the path that you walk through, I made it only 1 block wide, so it's a long maze, but it's neat how it like comes together. So I'm excited to show the finished product, but it's gonna take a little bit because I gotta do all this. So I kind of gotta jump up, match up my position with the graph paper, so I can go boop, 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 and then one up here. And we'll do a little bit more on this side. So we skip a space, and then we go here, 2, 3. That one comes down like this, and over 1 and over 1. Yeah, so I'm just gonna show you this corner, kind of how this looks with it all coming together, and then I'll probably do a jump cut to the first level done, and then I'll do like another cut after all that so you can see how it's looking. But if you look at this, come up from high. Oh, and animals and mobs will spawn in this. So if you do it in non-creative or even creative, make sure you light it up quite well so you don't have a bunch of animals or zombies or creepers just wandering throughout your maze, because it's annoying to have them in there. More so not creative, but annoying anyway. But yeah, so you can see how it's like starting to look like the maze path. And again, if you keep it 1 block, you know, it can just easily walk over stuff. So we're gonna do the second layer, show you how that looks. As you can see, it's already starting to get dark, and it's middle of the day. But just when you add all these leaves, it adds up to like a nice, ominous kind of dark. And I don't know how I want to light it up. Last time I did this, I lighted it up with, I think it was just torches. But now I'm in creative, I can do like a lot more. But now, so if you do it just too high, you can still like jump over and see where you want to go in the maze. So if you do 3 high, I think that's just the right height so that you can't jump over to see where you're looking. And it gives you that like claustrophobic hedge maze look and feel. And then also build up the diorite walls so you can see how that's going to look too. So it's kind of like just a little taste of the finished product. But I'll show you guys in steps instead of just skipping through everything. So now if you're down here in the maze itself and you jump, you can't see what's in front of you. It all just looks like hedges. And so I like that a lot, because now you've got the high hedges and you can't see which way you need to go. All you can see is the open paths. So you go through here, it's like, oh no. But as you can see, the wall is still too low. So let's make this corner the 4 blocks high to show you how it's going to look all together when it's finished. So let's go like this. Get stuck on the bush. Keep going out. There we go. That's 2. Here comes 3. I don't know, hedge mazes are cool. I don't know, you don't see them as often now, but like if you ever hit the lottery, or if I ever hit the lottery, definitely want a hedge maze. So that's the same height as our bushes, but if you add just that little bit more, you're just kind of like, ooh. And now it is actually nighttime, so it's gonna be very dark. I'm gonna have mobs spawning in here momentarily. So I'm gonna have to jump over to my bed real quick, so that way we don't have anything spawning where we don't want it spawning. So I'll be right back. Let's go sleep, and I'll be right there. Okay, and we're back, and we have a cow. Luckily, nothing else spawned besides that one cow. But so here is how high the wall is going to be. We made it 4 blocks high, kind of give that like ominous kind of feel. And as you enter the maze is 3 blocks high. And it just kind of goes well. So if you can go through here, trying to find the exit. Nope, that's not it. So that's how the maze is going to be. It's 3 blocks high of the maze, 4 blocks high of the wall, that's the word. And so now I'm going to do the first level and then show you guys from up top how it's going to look. And then I'll cut to it completely finished and show you guys the interior of the maze, and we'll add some little finishing touches at the end. So, going to see you in a moment with our first layer all done. Okay, so I have the first level of all the hedges finished, and it looks like push wrong button. This. And I love how these mazes look overhead. And if you use maps or you like to make maps, the maze shows up like an actual maze on it, and it's really cool. But so here is what my maze will look like. We did this corner already for the total height for the wall as well as the hedges, which is 3 hedge, 4 wall. We have the single level of all of this. So then the next step is just to keep building it up. I mean, it's nice to have this too. And I actually made a mistake when I measured. I had it 1 block too long this way and 1 block too long that way, so I had to shrink it. But other than that, it worked out just right with the help of the graph paper. Kind of hard to follow the graph paper because you have to look at that and look at the screen. But we got it, and it looks really cool. I love this. And I made a little center section right there in the middle of the maze. So cool. And there's only one path through the whole thing. And I like, looking at it like this, I don't recall off the top of my head. I can see it in the paper, but there's only one path that will get you through the whole thing. Other ones just kind of deviate and make you get lost. And it is disorienting. When you're actually in the maze itself, it's quite easy to get confused and lost. As you can see, this pig and chicken and sheep are. If you jump down, again, this is how tall it's going to be. So it has that kind of like, again, the ominous look, but that like confusing thing too. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool and still finished. But I mean, it still looks cool like this. I love it with just this first layer, but it's still just a little easy to actually get across this maze with only that 1 block. So yeah, so all it's left to do is to keep building up until we get to the levels of height that we like. And yeah, so we'll do that. I will do the next levels of all the maze as well as the wall, and then I'll come back and I can show you guys how I like to finish it off with some lighting as well as some details in the path itself. Yeah, so next time you see this, it'll be a lot taller, but the same layout. So I will see you in a moment. Alright, and we are back, and we have our maze completed. So now you can see, with all the hedges up at this height, just makes it come to life. So we'll jump up a little bit so you can see our wall is up all the way, and our hedges are all 3 high, and our maze, the maze itself is complete. We're just going to add some little detail touches now. But yeah, I love hedge mazes in general, but in Minecraft too. So if you do make your way through them, you can't really easily find your way. Just kind of bouncing around, trying to find your way out. So this is the center hub though. So I do have a center hub. Might do something like in the middle to help signify it. Maybe the middle block can be like a glowstone. Yeah, you know, no, a sea lantern. Yeah, a sea lantern. So let's find a quick sea lantern just to add this little touch in here, and some light too. We're gonna have to add some light throughout this, once again to prevent anything from spawning in here. Here they are. Sea lantern. So if we go like this, fly up. That is the very center of our maze. And as you can see, there are some animals that kind of got trapped in here. They're going to be in there forever, unless we take them out. I don't know if they ever actually do find their way out. He's kind of close to the exit, which is right here, but I don't know. But yeah, here's the maze from up top. We saw the maze from the inside. And I love how it looks. So I do want to add some little details with it though, like, oop, wrong thing. I think it's, I feel kind of silly for not remembering this, but it's, I don't know, been a stressful day, so let's see if we can figure this out. I was gonna do, or do I need anything? Let's see if this will do it. Nope. Oh my goodness. I wish you had like just an empty space. Like I'm just trying to get rid of this. Okay, I need something. What was it? I'm trying to make it dirt, like a dirt path, so it shows that it's like been tread on a lot. And I can't remember right now for the life of me what it was. Is it the shears? Will that do it? Nope, that didn't do it. What do you do? My goodness, I'm sorry about this. Huge just mental block right now. I don't think it's a hoe. A hoe makes the lines in the grass. Well, let's experiment. Let's hop out of the maze real quick. Let's come over this way. Let's watch me struggle as I try to remember how to do this. It wasn't the shears. It's not your empty hand. Is it a shovel? Let's get a fancy shovel. So it's not the shears, so we'll get rid of those. That's what it is. It's a shovel. Okay, we figured it out. It's a shovel. Although, looking at this, it's about nighttime, so I'm going to quick go to sleep, and then when I come back, we'll do the dirt path to look like it's been tread on. So, be right back. Okie dokie, welcome back. So, we have figured it out. It's the shovel. So, if we do like this, it kind of looks like... And I could cheat and just make the dirt path go the actual way to go. But maybe I'll just do it kind of this way, where I don't go all the way to the end. I just go to enough of a spot where you can tell that's not the right way to go. It's just going to add this little detail going throughout the maze, but not on all the parts. And then the next thing we need to do is light it up. Especially in like the parts where it gets kind of like this, where it goes nowhere. And it's just surrounded by hedges or leaves. That part gets the darkest. So I want to make sure we have that well lit, because we don't want unwanted guests in our maze. But I'm really liking this. Like, I don't know, it's just so fun what you can do in Minecraft, and stuff that you don't usually get in the real world, can easily have in Minecraft. So, boop. So I'm not going all the way, just kind of keeping it to like where you can see that's not a safe way to go. So we'll kind of like just do this one. Okay, we came through there. And I don't know how long it takes for this grass to grow back. But for right now, for the first introduction to the maze, it's a nice added aesthetic. So we're going to keep going with it. And I'm still curious though, should I use torches or should I use lanterns or glowstone? What would be the best way to do this? So I just want to take a peek down here now. So you can see the transition of like the brown into the green to show like people have tread on this part but not that part because they can see that's a dead end. So it's a cool little detail like that. And actually we started over here and we made our way all the way up there. So that's pretty... Oh, no, I'm sorry, backwards. We were here. We made our way over to this side. Yeah, this side. Okay, we didn't touch the back half yet. But yeah, so we're going to do that detail. And then... I do like torches. I know that torches are so basic, but I do like them. So let's grab some torches. And I want to light up the corners first. I wish you could do like one here and one here, but you can't because they interfere with each other. So maybe we'll do 2 across this wall, 2 across this wall. You can already hear a zombie. Hopefully he's not in the maze. And if we float on up to the tippy top, yeah, like this area right here, this is a dark area. So if we put a torch right there, and it helps give like some kind of insight as to where you are in the maze. Be like, okay, there's a torch there. Then you go and you're like, okay, there's a torch. So like they don't add enough of like a landmarker to know the right way to go. They're just kind of there to help illuminate, because if you're doing it at nighttime, for sure you want to have some more light. And actually it's kind of hard to see like in daytime how far the light extends from the torches. So I don't need to go like in every single one of these, but just enough that it helps to add some light throughout the whole thing. I feel like a giant sewing machine just going up and down, up and down. I'll go this one. This wall over here looks like it could use one. That one's got the one in the corner, so we won't go there. We'll put one right here, so kind of central to this area. One over here. Okay, one down here. One down here. Okay, I think we'll do one right here too. Okay, there's a chicken at that torch. So yeah, it's still daytime. I don't know how it's going to look at nighttime, so I'm going to cut to later when it's nighttime and I have the rest of the dirt blocks, or the rest of the grass blocks looking like a dirt path. So I will see you at nighttime to see how it's looking. And it's just about finished, so yeah, I will see you momentarily at nighttime. Alright, it is nighttime, and I finished the dirt, and I finished the lights, so now the finished reveal at nighttime is... Ta-da! So it's pretty well lit now. And the only kind of indicators for the maze as to where to go and not to go is that torches lead to dead ends. So if you see a torch, it's a dead end, but otherwise, it's a pretty good maze, I feel. I love how it looks, and I especially love it from up top, like just looking down at it. It looks so cool. And looks just like the graph, except better. And yeah, there we go. A hedge maze. Now, I do want to try it out real quick. I'm going to try to do it without cheating, but I do want to try out the hedge maze to see how it goes. So we're going to go in here. I do remember some of the paths. I just made this maze up yesterday, so I do remember some of the stuff, but not a ton of it. Because I wanted to make sure, you know, people would walk. It got me already. I wanted to make sure people would actually walk through it. I like think about all those little details. Actually, I'll put a torch right there. It's kind of dark. Okay. All right, so we're going. Like once I get to the central hub, I know where to go from there. Let's add some torches here and there when it looks kind of dark. However, the trick is finding that central hub. So we're going through. Central hub, where are you? And like if you just jump up once, it doesn't really help at all. You can't quite see. I mean, you can make out. Well, I guess the central hub should be around here actually. Central hub should be. Nope, dead end. Ah. You can't like see. You can't see through the like hedges too much to know which way to go. You can see like the lights, of course, but wait, there's that stone right there, or that stone. That's the lantern. So we go here. All right, so we're in the central hub now. Let's hop up a little bit. I'm trying to see actually which corner. All right, so I think I want to go to the left. I know that from the central hub I want to go to the left. I remember that detail. Then I had to go around this part. Up here, maybe? No, torch. Hello, pig. Hello, dead end. Oh, two pigs. Hello, two pigs. Uh-huh. Nope, dead end. I mean, kind of the same vein. We could also do like a house of glass. Those are always fun as well. I think. Nope, dead end. I think we're close. I think this is the corner in which we will find victory. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Yeah, right there. That is the exit. So we did a little bit of hopping, but not like enough to see the path. And we made it out of the other side. So yeah, it is doable. There's only one path through the whole thing. We just found it. We did get mixed up a few times, but awesome. I love hedge mazes, and it's so cool to like, get to make one in Minecraft. Whew, fun stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Yeah, as always, stay healthy, be safe, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Bye.